Hello, welcome to the Craig's Motel. My name's Conan, I am the concierge. In 1981, my dad brought home a keyboard for me to mess about with, and I absolutely hated it. But what did I know? Let's jump in. So the keyboard was the Casio MT40. It came out in 1981. My dad bought it pretty much not long after it came out, and it was available in the UK. I absolutely hated it. I thought it was awful. I was embarrassed by it. I thought the sounds on it were terrible. I was 9 years old and I was already being a snob about the sounds on a keyboard. But I didn't like it at all. And, you know, it kind of, I messed about with it a little bit. The drums on it were awful. I messed about with it and then it kind of ended up in my cupboard gathering dust, which when I think about it now, what an ungrateful little twat I was, basically, because my dad thought he was really doing me a favour. So, you know, whatever. A couple of years later, I think it was 1985, it could have been 84, my dad brought home a 12-inch by a guy called Wayne Smith, called Under Mi Sleng Teng. And basically, it used a preset off this keyboard, straight off the keyboard. No messing about, no playing around with it. It was right off the keyboard. And that is what I'm going to give to you today as a sample pack for your MPC. Now, it's not sampled off my original MT40 because that, I don't know what happened. I don't even remember what happened to it. It gathered dust and I probably threw it away. Ungrateful little twat. And round about 1988, 89, one turned up in a secondhand shop, I think, and I bought it and I sampled it. Actually, I didn't sample it. Let's start that again. What I actually did is I recorded each individual note onto a reel-to-reel tape. It was Ampex 456, as it always was in those days for me. And I just kind of kept it because I did have an MPC 60 at that point, and I did think to myself that maybe I might want to sample the sounds. And again, it just got put in the cupboard on tape with a bunch of other samples from the same keyboard. It was a pretty terrible keyboard, I'm going to be honest. But if you read up on Under Mi Sleng Teng, it basically started an entire movement. Loads of people suddenly started sampling this keyboard. Loads of reggae tracks used it. I'm not going to go into the absolute history of it because there's loads online and there's loads more people that know a lot more about it than I do. But yeah, I mean, it pretty much sparks an entire movement. It's very, very simple track. And the history is really, really interesting if you want to read up about it. So the samples sat around for years, not really doing anything. And then finally, I think maybe towards the end of the 90s, I think it was, I actually wrote a key group for my sampler. It would have been the 2000 probably. I don't think I bothered doing it for the 3000. I'm fairly certain it was for the 2000. That was at a point when I started thinking about how important it was to build key groups or build drum programs from all the vintage samplers and vintage keyboards that I'd sampled, or rather taped in the 80s going into the early 90s. So I started building up programs. So what I've done is I have converted it to a program for a modern MPC. I'm going to show it to you on my MPC One, but obviously it can be used on the Live, the X, etc., and also in your software, I guess. It's got all the individual sounds. It's got, I don't think I've sampled, I didn't bother sampling velocities on each individual note because it wasn't velocity sensitive, the original, so I didn't really see any point in doing that. But I've made it up as a key group in the MPC One. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly run through the samples that are in there, show you it very, very quickly, and then it's going to be available on my Bandcamp. Now, I'm going to do the same as I did with my tambourines and my shakers. I am going to stop talking in a minute and I am going to play the sounds. It's the same as my tambourines and shakers, so you can download it for absolutely free, use it to your heart's content, or you can slip me a couple of bucks. It's entirely up to you. It's your choice. Now, ignore the sample track that's on there. I have to put that on there to be able to upload a zip file. That's just the way that Bandcamp works. But it's just a quick little sample of the actual sounds that are available, but it's not supposed to be a serious track or anything like that. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you the rock preset from the MT40. There was drums and then there was bass and drums. And I'm not going to be able to play all of it because YouTube will strike, well, no, they won't strike me for this, but YouTube will probably pull me up for it and warn me and etc. So I'm going to have to cut it off. But what I'll do is I'll play the drums first. They might even do me for that. And then the very, very famous Under Mi Sleng Teng. And then that's in C, and then we've got it in G. Although, could be the other way around. But it's C and G. Then I have got the actual key group here. So, you know, you can do with it whatever you will. Whatever. I think I might have peaked the signal then. So it runs all the way. Ooh, beefy. Yeah, I'm definitely peaking there, so I'm going to have to turn that down. But it's good fun. You can play around with it in the program. You can change how it reacts, the AD, etc. It's entirely up to you, but I've basically set it up so that it sounds like it did in the original keyboard. So mess around with it to your heart's content. It's almost impossible to load this up and not play that bass line from Under Mi Sleng Teng. You just can't help it. You just sort of have to do it. Get that out of the way very, very quickly. It's like when you've got one of those 80s keyboards and you can't help but play Airwolf. I do it on every single 80s keyboard. I try and find an Airwolf sound and then I play Airwolf. It's just what I do. But I know I'm not alone. So mess around with it as much as you like. You can have some real fun with it. It's actually really quite a good bass to roll off put a low pass filter on it and roll off all the highs. And it's a really beefy low end bass that you can stick on underneath kick drums or write a bass line with it. It's very useful in the same way something like an 808 is useful. So you can use it for that. But like I said, enjoy. So there you have it, the Casio MT40. I wish that I still had the original keyboard that my dad bought for me, if anything for sentimental value. My dad passed away 10 years ago, and he did a load of things like that for me when I was a kid. He really wanted me to be a musician. He wanted me to be a guitarist. I wanted to be a drummer. God bless his soul. And I just wish that I still had it. There was a bunch of things. He bought me a Yamaha sampler as well in 1985, the VSS, I think it was. Yeah, VSS something. I've made videos about it. And I actually saw one on eBay the other day, which I might get, but I'm sort of toying with the idea, but it will be just sort of kind of a sentimental thing. It's an 8-bit sampler. It's good fun. But the MT40s, I think you can pick them up pretty cheap if you want to get one. But yeah, I do wish I had the original. So it'll be on Bandcamp. Download it for free if you want, or slip me a couple of bucks. It's entirely up to you. So this is the Crazy Motel. My name is Conan. I'm the concierge. Until next time.